Everybody, Matumbo here. Welcome back. We are playing some more standard in Magic Arena. We found a spicy combo deck, made a few tweaks to it because we do want to make this deck hopefully a little faster and a little more consistent when we're playing against our opponents. But before we dive into this crazy deck, I would like to remind everybody that if you love the content that's getting put out, please subscribe to the channel. Also like this video if you like the video, and also leave a comment letting us know what you would like to see in a future video, maybe any changes that you would make to this deck, maybe any of the gameplay, maybe misplays that might have happened, but please just leave a comment. Also hit that bell icon if you want to be notified when the videos are put out, and why not share the video to your friends, let them know about the channel, help the channel grow a little bit. But with that being said, let's hop into this deck. We are calling this deck the Pirate's Song. Now, this deck revolves around the main pirate here, the Glint-Horn Buccaneer. So he's a 2/4 haste for 3 mana. Not that big of a deal. What we're focusing on is whenever you discard a card, Glint-Horn Buccaneer deals 1 damage to each opponent. So anytime we discard a card, he's going to deal 1 damage. So why is this important? Well, because we want Song of Creation in play, the song part of the Pirate Song deck. We're able to play an additional land on each of our turns, which is good. But whenever we cast a spell, we're going to be drawing 2 cards. So we're going to try to be playing cheap spells so we can cast so many spells in 1 turn. But the main part of this also is at the beginning of your end step, discard your hand. So we're going to try to get as many cards as our hand as possible, and we're just going to discard them all at the end of the turn and kind of trigger Glint-Horn Buccaneer to just kind of machine gun our opponent. So we just want to ping at the end of the turn for as much damage as we can. Now, how do we do that? Well, we are playing a bunch of free creatures. So all 3 of these X spell creatures are 0/0s. So we're just playing them essentially as 0/0s, so they come into play. We get the cast trigger from these for Song of Creation to draw 2 cards for free, and they're just going to die immediately. We don't really care if they have power and toughness, but that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to play as many of those as we want, or as we can in 1 turn. Also, we have Rosethorn Acolyte. This card we could power out on turn 3 for Mana Dork if we need to, but specifically though, the adventure side of this, for 1 green, we can add 1 mana of any color. So this kind of just can chain off of itself. We can pay 1 green to draw 2 cards, and then maybe if we have another one of these, we can just do it again and again and again. And also we can convert this, like it says, to any color mana. So if we need to, we can opt, we can shock off of it. And obviously, again, like I said, the more damage we do, we have multiple Glint-Horn Buccaneers in play. This will trigger, 2, 3, 4 times, well, up to 3 since we're only playing 3, but for as many of these that we have in play. So same goes for this. If we have more than 1 of these in play, we're going to be drawing 4 cards for every spell we cast, 6 cards if we have 3 of these, and so on and so on. But again, we just want to have as many Glint-Horn Buccaneers in play with as many Song of Creations in play, and then just get to the end of the turn. Also, the only other cards that we have of note here are a Boreal Grazer. Again, we want to speed the combo up. This lets us play an early blocker, lets us ramp an extra land into play. Again, with all the aggro decks that are out there, we do need early blockers. And with Radical Idea. Radical Idea is a card that if we happen to have this in our graveyard or discard it because of Song of Creation, since we won't have any cards in our hand next turn, we obviously don't want to get stuck just drawing a land. So with this in the graveyard, this is also going to be good. This is going to be an enabler. Rosethorn Acolyte is also an enabler. If we know we're going to discard and we have 1 mana available, we might just want to cast this, send it on its adventure, and then so it's kind of sitting there for the next turn where we can just play it as a mana dork, which will start the chain again whenever we play, when we have Song of Creation play that following turn. So, and then if it comes to Underworld Breach, this is going to allow us to give all of our cards in our graveyard escape. So we could essentially discard or exile 3 cards out of our graveyard to play a 0 casting cost Ugin's Conjurant or Stonecoil Serpent, etc., etc. So again, these are ways just to make the deck more consistent and hopefully just combo off a little bit faster. So we do have 24 lands. We have a couple of temples. We're only playing 3 temples, but we are playing 2 of the cycling lands. Again, we don't really want a lot of come into play tap lands. I feel like this is just the right amount, but hopefully with 24 lands ramping up to 4 mana, really that's all we need in this deck, we should be good to go. We are playing 61 cards. It's, again, this is like a staple that I like to play 61 cards. I really don't think the math is much different between 60 and 61, but all right. So let's see how this deck plays. Again, I did see one person playing this and looked like a lot of fun. I wanted to make a few small changes to the deck, so that's what we did. So let's get to the gameplay, and we will be back at the wrap up. So please, please, please stay till the end, and we'll talk about the deck at the end. All right. It's time for the pirate song. And then we'll have the pirate ship floating across the video screen. Now. All right, who are we playing? Andarius. Opponent's going first. This has a grazer, but not much of anything else. I think we have to mulligan this hand. Okay. Here's one we can keep. We'll put you to the bottom. We have most everything we need. Our opponent is playing green-blue. Probably mutate. I really wish when there's interactions like this and this, the game would just know, hey, paying the mana is not a good idea. Don't do it. All right, no attacks. In case our opponent's playing the same thing we are. Because so far it looks like they are potentially playing the exact same deck that we are for some reason. Still potentially looks like the same deck. Don't want that. So, the question is, do we? I think we do. So we have only seen cards from our opponent that are the exact same as what we're playing. We'll say green. No, we'll leave that there. All right. Let's end this turn. What is our opponent playing? Are they playing the same thing? I'm still convinced they're playing a variation of this deck. Taking a look at our graveyard. Come on, play something ridiculous like a Nissa or something along those lines. We will choose green. Put that into play. Oh, and he scoops magoops. He actually did not have any kind of counterspell for the Glint-Horn Buccaneer. Okay. What was he playing? What was he playing? Oh well. We'll never know. Alright, so still trying to figure out what our opponent was playing. We will forever just assume that somehow, and for some reason, he was playing the deck that we're playing. So some kind of teamer deck with no 5-drops and no counterspells, no interaction. Havran. This isn't the worst hand. We're gonna try this. No deck. Again, ask me later. We'll play this for 0 later, not now. Alright, so definitely need... Alright, that's what we need. Definitely don't need another Underworld Breach, because we're probably not going to play the one that we have now. So... Ooh, black-white. Black-white Witch's Oven. Okay. So we're going to need multiple Buccaneers, I believe. No attacks. Do it to it. Yep. Kind of wish you could shortcut this in Magic Arena, this whole interaction. Okay. Okay. This is going to be a tough game. We definitely are going to need multiples. Let's take a look. Don't really need that. We will not be attacking again because it doesn't matter. Yep. Unfortunately, we don't have any interaction that is going to stop this. Oh, man. Okay, well, we have about 3 turns. 3 turns. Alright, that's exactly the card that we need. So we're playing this now, so we have something to restart the combo with next turn. We are going to play this Conjurant for 0. Because we definitely want to play land, especially since we get to play an extra land. Alright, well, we're going to deal a couple damage. No attacks. Yep. We 100% need to hit another Buccaneer this turn. Maybe next turn at the earliest. But we'll see. All right, so I think it's best if we play this out. It's an extra discard. All right, let's opt. No, again. Need to hit another Buccaneer. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Look at this. Okay. I think we play this for blue, maybe red. We can still play a land. Really, we still have not hit. That's kind of ridiculous. This makes red, this makes red. I'm just double checking. Oh, deck, what are you doing? What are you doing? Give me another Buccaneer. We're gonna say red. Oh my god, really? We don't have any more land plays. Yep, this has to be our play. There we go. There we go, deck. Thank you. How many cards do we have? 14. 15. And no attacks. All right, 36 damage, just casually. Oh, thank you, opponent, for letting this happen. This is the best. Oh, I love when it comes together. Good game, opponent. Good game. That was pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. All right. Who will we be playing against next? I wish there was a watch feature where you could like watch your friends playing. That'd be a really cool feature to add. Okay, so another Luris deck. I mean, we're gonna keep. We essentially have most of what we want. Again, deck, ask me next time. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and do blue, green, red. All right. Now, if he wants to -3 my guy, that's fine. That's fine. Let's just go ahead and get this out now. I don't feel like we're supposed to play this right now, but we are. No attacks. But we're going to play for one. Yeah, maybe we don't play that for one there, but lets him focus on our creatures that don't really matter, which I'm totally fine with. Okay. I mean, doesn't matter which one we block. It's unfortunate. If I were him, I would just play the Luris out and then dead weight my guy. Yep. Oh god, really, deck? Really? 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, it's all or nothing on this turn. All or nothing. Can't draw 3 land in a row, can we? Oh. It's not a challenge deck. So. Come on, Utatat. Maybe for some reason he times out and we get 1 free turn. Or he's roping because he has like double all his all that glitters. Okay. Like I said, it's all or nothing. Okay, well. Shocky shock. We're definitely starting off in the right direction. So, decline. That was not the best. Oh my, what? What? Are you kidding me? That is literally the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. So yeah. Oh well. Unfortunate for us. Unfortunate. So many lands. All right. It's kind of ridiculous. What are the odds of that? All right, so far this deck is just meh. Feel like we got a little lucky. We have to keep this, right? I feel like 90% of the decks we play have Lurrus in them as their companion. All right, well. Need a land off the top. Land off the top, please. Cycling. I mean, you do you, buddy. Yep. Yeah, I don't think we really tempt fate there. I think we just play this and just get to it. All right. Now let's just draw a Buccaneer right off the really did not want to play that, but we did. Yeah, luckily though we didn't really draw anything super crucial. Okay. And this is our turn. Like, that's just all we have to, all we can really say. This is our turn. That was a huge just way to start off the turn, to be 100% honest with you. Yeah, having 2 Songs of Creation in play is really nice. Now we're trying to get 2 Glint-Horn Buccaneers. Alright, well, let's go ahead and play the first one. There we go. Pay 0. Next, no attacks. End the turn. Good game. Take 63. I love it. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, man. That is great. This deck. Oh, man. I love this. All right. Where will we be for game number 5? Integer Spin. Interesting name, interesting name. We go first. Luris, of course. Alright, so we're gonna see a plains or a swamp. Or a mountain. Okay. Alright, so... still cycling. Okay. Oh yeah, well... let's get rid of your friend there. Was he stuck on 2 land? Nope. He had another one. Okay. Definitely had another one. All right, so the question is, yeah, I don't feel like we're crunched for time right now. So, generate a little bit more mana, we'll be fine. Okay. So we probably have about 2 turns. I really want to hit a couple land here. You reading this? I mean, we know all you're going to do is cycle. We know that is the extent of your playing. But you're going to rope the cycle. The good news is, though, if you rope this part... Okay. Land. Yep. Just think, if you'd have done that a minute ago, this turn would have been over right now. Okay, so... Decline. Pay 2 life. We are going to kill this guy. Play another land. And we are going to stop. I feel like that was an okay. Okay, this might be our turn to go. You definitely should have waited a cycle there. Okay. Decline. Oh, we definitely want that guy. Yeah, we'll keep that. We're gonna choose blue. Definitely gonna keep that. Do we have another land play? We don't. But we do have this. Wait, let's not do that yet. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and say green. We will say red. block. But unfortunately, here we go. Bang, bang, bang. We had just enough. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, man, this deck. This deck. Oh, my God. I love this. All right, guys, it is time for the wrap up. This deck was so much fun. It was as much fun as I thought it was going to be. We ended up going 4-1, which is crazy. I thought we might only get like 2 wins at the most with this. But again, that first match, it looked like our opponent was playing the same thing that we were playing. And then we did get a couple of favorable matchups. And then sometimes, you know, our opponents just can't interact with us, you know, whenever they tap out. And the other game the game that we did lose, I feel like we should have won that game if our deck decided to not put 87 lands in a row. So that was kind of unfortunate. But again, the deck is a lot of fun. Now, the tweaks that we made in putting the Arboreal Grazers in and the Rosethorn Acolytes, I feel like was great. I feel like it did enable it. The radical ideas that we added as well worked really, really well. Now, the one card that we just really didn't see that much of was the Underworld Breach. Now, it just might not need to be in the deck. If I were to go back and just play another set of 5 games, I really feel like what I would do is I would just take out the 2 Underworld Breaches and then add in 1 more Glint-Horn Buccaneer. That's really the only changes I feel like the deck could utilize. There aren't a lot of cheap spells in the that are available that I feel like would be better than any of these others. There could be an argument to maybe take out 1 or 2 Arboreal Grazers because they're not the best later on in the game, and maybe put in something like a Spark Double or something like that just to make sure that we have extra copies of the Glint-Horn Buccaneer. But I really think the deck is fine where it needs to be. Now, there are no mythics in this deck, so that is definitely worth noting. There's a ton of rares because the lands are rares, the Song of Creations, the Glint-Horn Buccaneers, Stonecoil Serpents, the Chamber Sentries, the Underworld Breaches. So the deck could be potentially costly depending on what you have in your collection. But again, note that there are no rares or there are no mythics in this deck. And the only really new cards that you would really need from the new set from Ikoria would be the Song of Creations. You don't really even need the Tri-Lands in this deck. I don't really feel like, again, the Tri-Lands could either be Fabled Passages or just a couple of other basics. So hopefully, yeah, just tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. Tell me if you like the games. I really love dealing 63 damage to our opponent that one game. That was a lot of fun. I wish it would have just played out all of the animation and put the person into the negative. But yeah, please let me know what you think. Again, subscribe to the channel if you love the content. Again, I love making the content for you guys. It's so fun. I love interacting with everybody that comes and leaves a comment and likes on the video. It just really warms my heart knowing that you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. So with that being said, guys, you guys have an amazing day. Stay safe. Again, keep social distancing. Just stay safe for you, your friends, your family, for everybody. And we will see you guys next time.